without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Florida High School Athletic Association and the Florida Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Pull up a chair at the Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddy S. Weekdays at 1 p.m. WNN.
Ever wonder what makes us, the Smurfs, so happy? The forest, of course. This is where we, along with the beautiful forest creatures, make our home with beautiful plant life, clean water, and endless...
Want to make your smartphone brilliant?
It's a place to celebrate. So discover the forest for your family today. Visit discovertheforest.org.
One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner.
Brought to you by the
Another,
US Forest
a coffee
Service
refiner.
and the Ad Council.
A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photon.
Happy with what you're making? Here's a tip from one of the instructors at Online Trading Academy.
How many of you out there are holding stock right now? You could be using options to sell against that stock to bring in income, like rental income.
Renting stocks you already own? Sure. Learn how it's done at Online Trading Academy.
He had this in his 401k, and he was able to generate $4,000 within 2 or 3 weeks' time selling a call option on the Schlumberger shares that he had that he'd been sitting on for years.
People are learning how extra money can be made from home with stocks and more, all with limited risk at Online Trading Academy. Reserve a pair of seats for a free half-day class to see how it's done in Broward and Palm Beach. Online Trading Academy. Call now, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800.
If you've decided to get back to feeling good again like you used to feel, then you're invited to tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob, at your service Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear, Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? Want to make your smartphone brilliant?
One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner.
Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
Feels healthier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated by test results? 3D Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You got all the buttons, Connecticut?
Yeah.
You got 9 and 10?
Got 9 and 10.
Okay, turn on your mic.
We
Say
have
hello.
Carol, Connecticut, joining us back. Not in
Connecticut, say hello.
Hello, hello.
Not back in the sound booth, but on our technical booth. Back in studio with us. Welcome.
She's in the background somewhere.
Welcome.
No, you're on.
And we've
'Cause I can hear
moved
you.
back from no longer iHeart, but we are now at the Heart of Delray Gallery. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
What
After-
weekend?
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It's a motivational Monday. Do you know it's
Yes.
been a week since Hurricane Irma? What a week. What a week.
Maria's not going to make it.
I'm thinking of that song, you know, from West Side Story.
Oh, Maria,
Gotta
just
live
met a
in
girl
America.
named Maria.
That's what I'm thinking, but I thought, you know what? I can't give her too much credit right now because I'd like to keep her offshore. So,
Yeah.
Banana Dan is back.
Bananas are back.
And you know
Fresh
what?
punch of
That
bananas.
means life is good. We are back with Banana Dan. We have a fresh punch of bananas. Today is Motivational Monday. We've got Dawn Cliff, the wine chick, at the Brooklyn
Hello.
Cafe. We've got Angela McNair. I'm so excited. You know what happens? People come and they stay, which is unbelievable. Welcome to the
That's
Brooklyn Cafe.
That's another song.
Are
I'm
we
so
back on
excited.
FM yet?
Yes, it's up.
You can find us on 95.3 to Talk, 1470 AM, as well as live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call. Let's keep Joe busy now that he's got air conditioning. He can be running around. 888-565-1470.
She's so good.
I don't know how you work with all these women, Freddie, because I just keep bringing more and more in, and you just keep smiling.
Dan isn't a woman.
Good thing Dan's here.
Oh.
Banana
We've got
Dan's here.
Dan. We've got a new game to play. We've got Carol with us.
Yay.
We said it's a good thing that you are here. The gallery's up and running. Come by and have some fun with us. We're at 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. It is, and I'm going to let Angela fill you in. It's just a wow.
Yeah, it's a wow.
It's a wow.
Wow. I call it Miracle Monday. I'm sorry.
Ah, I like that. Miracle Monday. All right.
love
We'll
that.
re-hashtag that as Miracle Monday when we go to commercial break.
You know, it's really funny. She was in Tranquility Room, which is Sal's room.
Yes.
Yes.
How'd you feel about that?
Oh, peace like a river. Peace. And that's something that we need.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
want it. We drive for it. At the end of the day, I don't know about you all, but I'm seeking for that shalom.
I love that. Seeking for shalom. How do you find peace personally?
Oh, we have to meditate. I think that we have to get to a place where we have to stop our day and we have to retune, reboot just by redirecting to the Spirit of the Lord.
Do you do it in silence?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's not,
right?
He's a quiet God. You don't make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So we do it in silence, even if it's in your car. And a lot of people think that you need a special spot. Oh, no. In your car, that's your peace.
Yeah.
In your room, that's your peace. But it has to be a place where it's just you and shalom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
That's true.
boyfriend stuff, you know what I mean?
Sure, right. Yeah. Dawn, how do you find your peace? Dawn Cliff, the wine chick. How do you find your peace?
At the beach.
That's
my happy place. That's my church. That's where I have every level of spirituality. Yeah. And I always have a glass of wine with me because, well, you know what, too? It's because it's my custom. I grew up in an Italian family, Italian life, and that was always family. It was always wholesome. It was always what I knew, comforting. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
Glass of wine at the beach, and I pray to the Lord. I thank the Lord, my Lord, for everything. And I'm, believe it or not, I recharge my batteries. That's
Because
my
it doesn't
peace.
matter who your God is, if in fact it is a God, a peace, an energy, a shalom. It's whatever you can connect to.
Yeah. Right.
And I have that conversation with my son all the time. I said, I'm not telling you it's a bearded man in the sky. It's whatever and whomever you connect with is who your peace is.
Right.
That's right.
By the time I get home from work, I don't talk to anybody. And they follow me around the house, my family. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you following me? I'm fine. We talk all day and we keep going. And you need to recharge and in peace, I think, for me anyway. How do you recharge, Freddie?
Drink. Drink heavily.
Do you go quiet?
Well, I work till 8, 10 o'clock at night.
You
When am I
never have
gonna
quiet.
come
You
home?
crash.
I mean, I can barely.
Oh,
drag
I know
myself
he
home.
doesn't. I don't think he sleeps because I've gotten text messages from Freddie at like midnight, and him and I are both up. We're both night owls.
Well, I
night owl.
wanted you to tell Chris thank you very much for keeping our family safe because he
Oh
did a
my gosh,
fantastic
It
job.
was his pleasure, and thank you to everybody who gave such wonderful messages to him on Facebook, through me, and through emails directly
What
to
channel
his
is he on?
managers. CBS 12.
Well, the
You know
one to
what?
turn to.
The one to turn to.
Ryan Mudd was like all about CBS 12 and how they're the most accurate. That's my boss, Brian Mudd from J&O.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
And he was. And you know what I love so much about Chris, and my husband said the same thing. He did not instill panic.
No.
Because there was so much panic and so much, not hype. It was true. It was the truth. It was the information. But 24/7, you were waiting and waiting for the next update. And it was, are we going to breathe? Are we going to die?
Right.
And he just gave the facts. There was
Yep.
unfortunately, some people did instill panic. He did not.
Right.
So thank you, Chris Farrell.
Thank you, honey.
And thank you, honey, for bringing this beautiful lamp. Now that we know how to turn it on, it's even prettier.
Oh yeah, after his hours of working, getting up at 2:30 in the morning, and then coming home at 1, he made this beautiful lamp for Freddie. It's now Freddie's lamp.
Freddie's lamp.
Liberace's lamp.
Yeah, that's
It's
beautiful.
unbelievable. And I saw that he was in flip flops and shorts painting this. bad boy.
Painting this on our balcony, overlooking the water. That's his workshop.
So how did you do? You're on the beach up in Singer Island. How did you all do?
We were blessed that it just nothing happened, like except for high winds, debris, and it just took that turn. It just literally took that hook. But I will say there were high winds, a lot of trees down, but lost power, of course. But that was back on like that.
I did see one apartment complex, and thankfully it wasn't yours, was deemed
Right
uninhabitable in Singer Island, so I was thinking of you.
I will tell you that literally you could see that from our home. You could see that building from our home. Now, here's the thing about that. The building was pretty much already condemned. So it didn't have such great structure to begin with. So, and I'm sorry to the people that are homeless now because of that. But, you know.
Thank you, Chris, definitely for keeping us up to date. Maria, stay away, please.
Well,
I'm sure you are beautiful, but
I
we can
listened to
just stay
Chris
to
this
see.
morning. He says it's gonna hit the Dominican, then veer north.
Yeah.
Freddie was so excited. He got a text that Friday afternoon from Chris. He goes, look, from Chris, he's not coming here. We're not getting her.
He went to the right.
He was so excited.
Yep.
Well,
How did you do, Angela?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Freddie.
Wonderful. We did well. There's that peace. A lot of peace.
Yep.
I was at peace. Prior to the storm, I was at peace.
You know, I watched your posts, and you're so rooted in faith.
Yeah.
And I know you post your messages from heaven.
Yes.
And so much in faith. And
Yes.
it's really so nice to see that.
Yes.
The connection.
Absolutely. And I think that peace needs to happen before the storm comes. Not when, because not we're going to have this panic attack.
Oh, yes.
So we have
That's
to
a great
connect.
point.
Yeah, we have to connect to that
That's a
peace
really
prior
good
to, so that stops us from jumping in our cars and driving to all these different places when prior to God has ever given me my rest. And I think that a lot of people just moved out of faith.
They did.
Don't you think?
You know what's funny? You say that because I didn't want to go. I felt very secure.
That's good.
But I only went because my neighbor, who's elderly, Meg, who you met,
Yes, she won the
74. She
gift
won
card,
the trip.
gift certificate.
I love her, but she panics, and I can't calm her down. She
Right.
needs to learn how to do her own piece.
That's it.
But for me, Chris said to me at 2 o'clock that morning when he got up for work, because he had to go in earlier, he said, I just want you to go with Meg to take care of her. Because and I said, okay. He goes, you're okay. He goes, but I want you to go and take care of her. So, you know, that was my... Right. We went to Atlanta. We drove 15 hours.
I'm going to tell you something. Yeah. When I heard you left...
We all got scared.
Everybody freaked out. Everybody freaked out. They said, if Chris Farrell is sending the love of his life...
is sending the love of his life away to Wetterman.
I started panicking.
But and I want everyone to be clear, he did not send me away. He only said, I want you to go and help Meg.
Yeah, whether you were helping Meg, when you left the scene, I went...
I knew it. I knew it.
You ever seen that movie where the guy says, if there's going to be a nuclear attack, he says, don't call your family.
Right.
Get out of town.
Get out of town.
I think that's really powerful.
The
fact that you had to go help her,
right,
because she needed your balance of peace,
right,
and I think that's really powerful.
Yeah. And I love her. She's seriously like a family member.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
That's good. That's really powerful.
You know, everyone who walks into our studio becomes family.
Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Instantly.
Yeah. Instantly.
Family. Wow. The vision.
Now, the other thing is, I want to talk a little bit about hurricanes that are out there today.
Let's have Chris calling. Jose.
Lee. Well, Jose's going off. We got Lee.
I'd like to know way Jose.
But the bottom.
Why is everyone Latino?
Because Latinos are angry people.
We got Jose, we've got Maria, seriously. Like
Maria's not Italian. It's Italian, not Spanish.
Where's Gertrude? Like, where's Sam, you know? We're the Jewish guys. They're just hanging out. They're not coming on shore. They're not. Exactly. They're like matzo ball soup. We're not coming on shore.
You got to get down to the S's for the Jewish names.
We don't want to get on the S's.
You're going to go to a lot of hurricanes. But listen, there was a lady at Home Depot yesterday. Linda and I went to Home Depot because we're doing some repairs now, getting ready for the next one. I mean, there's going to be another one. You know,
this
it's
is
just
the worst
what it is.
Yeah.
And we're there, and this lady needed what did she need? She needed something. And she decides to do a panic attack, and she's screaming, oh, I got to get this. And she's screaming at this guy, I wanted to get a gas can. Did you know that diesel is held in a different gas can from gasoline?
Yes, because it's a different element.
It'll eat right through the can.
Absolutely.
So you
the
need
plastic.
Yeah. What do you need diesel for?
Because Linda's car is diesel. So I needed diesel for that. And then we went and we saw the gas gauges. I only used like 12, 16 pounds of gas, which is nothing. But the bottom line is this lady was creating havoc, and she's panicking people around her. And people are scared. And you don't want to be scared. Don't panic.
Don't panic. Don't panic, because that's when things really go bad.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That always being in faith.
Absolutely. Not only don't panic, but be careful to be around people that panic.
Right.
Because they can push you right on out of your faith element.
That's right.
So you have to be really careful.
Right.
To be around, that's...
Why is that? Why do people... How can someone else's panic get you out of faith?
Just a mind... Once again, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. And I think that when you be around someone long enough, they can kind of impart that stuff into you. And you have to watch your atmosphere. Your atmosphere really runs your life. Honestly, I believe that.
You have to shield yourself.
That's really good. You have to really shield yourself. So positive people produce what?
Positive energy.
That's there was world wars based on that philosophy. You know, the Germans. Where they broke you down was breaking down your faith.
Yeah.
It is funny because Fidel Castro said there were two things you never mess with.
That's it.
Religion.
That's right.
And I can't remember the second.
Family.
2, religion.
Religion is one.
Family.
So no, there was something else. But he says when you
Carol's gonna look it up and find it for us.
Look it up. When you destroy religion in people is when you can manipulate them. Once you destroy faith and you replace it, then people become.
When you replace faith with fear,
that's a whole nother show. It's so true.
That is the show I see you doing.
Oh.
Well, I will tell you one thing. I grew up in a Roman Catholic family, and I was afraid of my mother because she was going to be a nun. And she was in a convent before she met my father, joining a convent, and I'm still afraid of her today. So the fear helped only because I was afraid to disappoint her.
But I think that's the fear
it's
of...
fear of disappointment.
I don't think it's the fear of person. I think it's the fear of God, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I think that's not so much you fear mom, it's the fear you fear that authority that God in her. Right. And I think that's a real good thing. And that's something
I think you need it.
Well, a lot of times we're missing that. And that's what happened to the youth a lot.
Yes.
That fear, they don't fear. They don't fear authority in schools. They don't fear.
Dan, how about that? The youth do not fear authority.
He agrees.
There are no consequences for our youth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible what's going on.
It's terrible.
Yeah. They're not afraid of anything.
You know, but if you change that lack of fear into a positive energy, and you get a go-get-em mentality, you know? Suppose you have no fear. Okay, so let's turn that into being rebellious. Let's turn it into something positive. So if you want those 17-year-old kids who were in here, you know, they've been laughed at and everything else, but they're going to turn it around, make something positive.
Absolutely. And that reminds me of my daughter when I lost my husband and which was her father. She became very, very angry. Yeah. And she had to foster that fear somewhere. And so the first thing that flesh tell her, you know, I just want to sit in a room and become angry. So I had to push her. She's a gymnast. I had to get her some kind of way. I had to get her back on that, you know, in that gym. And that was a challenge. So, but when she got out there, she took that all that anger and she fostered that and she shifted that into a passion. And now she's just off the chain in gym here. Right. And I told her, I said, and that's the time we don't have a place for it to go. We become angry, and a lot of times women, we get angry because of divorce, because of lack, and we have no place to foster that. We don't have any place for it to go. So turning anger into a passion is something very powerful, and that's something that we need to do.
Yeah. Angela's always about empowering women.
I love that.
And Dawn empowers women so much she names her wine after women.
I do.
I love that. We've got old wine.
And
we have
cars.
old wine. And cars.
Yeah.
And galleries.
And
Dawn,
galleries.
did you come up with a name for the storm? A wine for the storm?
I did, actually.
Hurricane wine? Yeah,
it's always about empowering women.
I did have a hurricane wine. It was... And the reason why it's actually this one. It's the old vine.
The old vine.
The old vine. She's 140 years old.
Irma. She's
No,
140.
it's funny.
Her name is
She
Irma.
was talking about this wine then. I thought she was talking about a person.
Yeah. No.
She's
This
an
was
old
my
wine.
hurricane
She still has
vine.
grapes.
Yeah.
It is really delicious, this old vine.
Yeah, because she's a survivor. I mean, she just came and she
She's
didn't
a
die.
survivor.
She just doesn't die. She just came up and swooped up and came all. She
Her
made it all
dentures
the
are
way
out.
up
She's
to
still hanging
Atlanta.
out, and she just keeps coming. She did not die. She's like a cockroach. She just kept growing.
That's right. But you know what? Now I drink her, so that's it. Now I own her.
See, what I don't understand is you keep calling it vine, right?
The name of the wine
It's an
is called
old
Old
vine.
Vine.
So-
V-I-N-E?
Yeah. So
I
vine.
thought I was losing my hearing.
Grapes come from a
Vine.
Wine.
vine.
Oh, vine. They come from a grape.
Think of Lucy Ricardo. Remember, she took all the grapes and they went in the thing, and that's what we need to do.
They crushed the grapes with their own feet.
I want to get in like
My
a big thing
family
with you.
used
We
to
can
do
do that. Let's
Okay,
go.
hold on. So your
could do it in
house
the pool.
in the tub. Do you crush the grapes?
We used to do that. Yes,
in the
the
tub.
women in my family would do that. We actually, I have pictures. I have an
How
old
much fun would that
Polaroid.
be?
It was women because it wasn't the men who did it. It was the women because of they had
clean the
this
feet.
theory. Well, that's true.
We
that
add
is
some
true.
spices to it.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
but it was also because of the I guess an old wives' tale, but I guess something to do with the estrogen or the oils in our skin is, you know, women smell prettier.
It's like
and-
the red tent. Women need to stay
Yeah.
together for certain cultures and certain traditions.
Yep.
Right. We need to stay together.
Okay, so this wine is grown where?
This is actually grown in California, the Lodi Valley of California. However, she is a Carignan. She was originally grown in Spain, Carolina, Spain. But there was a parasite that came and attacked the vines in Spain about 100 years ago and killed the vine, was killing the vine, and a scientist had actually said, hold on a second, the soil in California is resistant to that parasite. Let's graft it there and move her to America, to the United States. And they did. So they moved her over 100 years ago and grew her there. Wow. And ironically, that was even way before we even started making wine.
She's so knowledgeable about wine.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I thought she was knowledgeable about soil.
Wine, soil.
I'm a viniculture, I'm a grape nut, I'm a cork dork,
She's a grape
whatever
nut and
you
cork
want to
dork.
call me.
I love that.
Cork dork.
Wow. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the old vine, women empowerment, and Banana Dan is back on our set. We'll be right back. 888-565-1470.
Sit back, relax, and breathe while breathing in the benefits of salt in our invigorating Salt Oasis. The Salt Suite of Boca Raton provides 100% natural treatment for sinus, respiratory, and skin conditions. From the adult relaxation lounge to a children's playroom, Salt therapy opens up sinuses, lungs, and flushes out allergens and pollutants for all ages. Give us a call at 561-288-0481. Mention the Brooklyn Cafe and receive 2 visits for the price of 1. Call now to book your appointment. 561-288-0481. TheSaltSuite.com.
Do you love the idea of healthy food conveniently delivered to your door? From Jupiter to Miami, Fit Food Fresh delivers convenience in the form of prepared, delicious, healthy meals direct to your home or office. You're never more than 2 minutes away from a nutritious meal made from the freshest quality ingredients and prepared by gourmet chefs. From paleo to vegan, breakfast to dessert, quinoas to quesadillas, Fit Food Fresh has you covered. You can mix and match meals from their entire menu to create your own custom plan based on your nutritional needs and preferences. Find them at fitfoodfresh.com. With no monthly commitment or setup fee, it's easy to try, risk-free. See why Fit Food Fresh is the highest-rated meal plan in South Florida. Visit Fit Food Fresh at fitfoodfresh.com or give them a call at 866-600-4778. That's 866-600-4778.
Sonia Hankin is the confidence expert and passionate guide to men and women who struggle with unworthiness, lack of confidence, and self-doubt. As a holistic psychotherapist and master integrated life coach, Sonia Hankin will help you unlock your confidence so you can make the changes you desire and feel good about yourself no matter what life throws at you. You can work with Sonia via phone, Skype, or in person. Contact Sonia at 954-214-8991. Enough is enough of not feeling good enough. If you want to find your voice and step into your power, call today for a free 30-minute session. 954-214-8991 or visit her at soniahankin.com.
Get ready to receive your positive waves of Sunny's light energy. Feel Great Meditate with Sunny is your meditation destination. Broadcasting from sunny South Florida. Achieve inner peace, deep relaxation, recharge the brain, and reset your mind. Visit feelgreatmeditate.com for more details on how you can feel great and meditate. Schedule your appointment now by calling 855-FEEL-GREAT. That's 855-FEELGRA.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
And we're back on the Brooklyn Cafe for what is our Monday today?
Miracle Monday.
For a Miracle Monday with Angela McNair and Dawn Cliff, the wine chick. We've got Banana Dan, a new bunch of bananas. We've got Carol on mic, and of course, our partner
Carol,
Freddy.
Connecticut. I don't know her as Carol.
I know, you always call her. You know, every time I go to text her, sometimes it pulls up Connecticut, sometimes it pulls up Carol, and then it gets a little confusing.
I get confused. I don't know no Carol.
What's with the Connecticut?
I'm from Connecticut.
Oh, you're from Connecticut.
And it's the Brooklyn show.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He's like, what's your handle? I'm like, well, I'm from Connecticut. That's what it is.
That is the 7th borough, by the way.
It is.
Yeah.
It
So
really
we're the 6th borough down here. The 7th borough is Connecticut.
The first time we did a show, we were off the air, and Connecticut went. So I said, okay, you're Connecticut from now. We were lost.
No, it was before that, you dum-dum.
My daughter was showing her boyfriend when she came on our show last year. I don't know why she was showing him this, but when it was 2 boys, and Les was talking about what happened at Target. Remember, he had that fire emergency at Target, and it happened to be that show. And I said, you showed your boyfriend that show? Like, why would anyone go back in time? And she said he was rolling on the floor.
That was the show that he was in the bathroom. My ex-partner used to go to the bathroom, take all his clothes off to go to the bathroom and read the paper.
My son does that.
And then
All of his goodness.
Well,
Wait, how old is your son, though?
And this
Okay,
guy's-
mine's
this
somewhat
guy's
acceptable,
78.
but this guy,
He was at Target and the fire
you
alarm
have
went
one
off.
more year, by the way, to change that.
You got one more year. I
Otherwise-
know. We're in trouble, right?
That's right. You have one more year, Dan.
One more year.
And the fire alarm
He's like,
went off, and there was Leslie. She was cracking up, showing this old video of us.
He couldn't get out of the bathroom fast enough because he had to get dressed.
He was naked.
What a wacky show we used to do. I guess we still do wacky show.
There was this guy on I-95 screaming at him, and he's reading the paper and screaming at Les. Remember that? And
No,
Les
I
is
thought
like,
it was
stop
Les.
reading the
Wait,
paper.
he was naked when he ran out on 95?
No, the 95 was at Target. He used to go to every bathroom.
Oh.
This guy used to go to every bathroom and stop.
It looks like we're back and running. We've got sound effects. We've got
You know what?
bananas.
You got it backwards,
Oh.
though. He was the one yelling at the guy reading the paper.
Was it that way?
Yes, it was the other way
But
around.
wait, the question was he naked?
Not at the time.
Oh, okay.
Not that time.
Now you see how we digress on the show.
Not that time.
The show has since changed, but she was showing her boyfriend this video, which was really funny to think back to that.
It could be funny. It could be funny. Or the guy now is no longer her boyfriend.
He may not be anymore.
He says, you hang out with these wackadoodles?
So wacky. So speaking of wackadoodles, I have a new game.
Yes. What is that? What do you got?
So we pick a card. It's called Conversation Starter.
What are you stretching?
Oh, I love this game.
Okay, and if you want to play this game, give us a call. 888-565-1470. Is this like questions and answers, or is this
Questions and answers. And we have free yoga mats to give away.
Yes, we have yoga mats.
888-565-1470. All right, this is just a warm-up. It's not so exciting. What are your favorite kinds of books to read?
That's not a question.
That's
a
a question.
theory.
What kind? All right, you pick a card.
No, we can discuss that one, but I'm just saying, what's your favorite book? Anybody calls us their favorite book and they win?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Okay. Okay, how about this one? What's the nicest thing you've ever done for someone?
Oh, wow.
How about that? Forget you.
Oh, can I?
I'm going to let Dawnie answer this
gosh.
one. It must have to do with Chris.
Actually, it didn't. I'm sorry, Chris. I love you.
What's
but
the
no.
nicest thing you've ever
The
done for
nicest
someone?
thing I did, it was actually a few months ago. I was coming out of a restaurant, and there was this really old man and this little, his nurse's aide. She was trying to help him get out of his wheelchair and into the car. And I looked at her, and I was like, there's no way. So I just stepped in, and I grabbed the guy, and I pulled him into the car, and I got him all locked up. And she looked at me, and she goes, oh, my gosh, that's so nice. Then I went inside, had dinner, and my dinner was paid for. And I said, that
That's
was
powerful.
unnecessary. I said to the guy who paid for it, I said, that was unnecessary. He goes, no. He goes, that was my father.
Wow.
So I was like,
That's
you know, but I didn't want anything out of it, but I was just like, you know, I just kind of had this visionary of my grandfather, of my family, and like this girl trying to carry him. So anyway, but
that's beautiful.
How did you feel when it was given back? How did that feel? Was it difficult for you to
It
see
was
that?
very
Yeah.
difficult because I didn't do it because I was looking for something. I just was like, I actually felt a little uncomfortable when it was given back to me.
Yeah.
But I thought that was very nice
That
too.
is beautiful.
So,
Well,
yeah.
we were just talking this morning about giving and
Isn't that
receiving.
something? Isn't that something?
And
Yeah.
accepting and receiving. And it's when you
interesting.
continually give, because from our heart, when someone gives back, it's very hard to humbly receive. I think it is sometimes.
Well, I tell you, I have a story. It was me being witness. It wasn't something I
Was
did.
it your job?
No.
Okay.
I was in the car with Linda and my son Freddy. And we had just come out of dinner, and we were driving through Linton Avenue where all that traffic is. And there was a vet on the side who was pleading, you know, with the cup and wanted this and this and that. And I'm in the passenger side, Linda was driving, and Linda drives to McDonald's through the drive-thru, and she buys a whole meal for this guy, and steps out of the car and sits down and talks to him.
Linda did that?
Linda did this. I have never seen anything like that in my life, where somebody would actually say, she's done this more than once.
It's beautiful.
But the thing that I witnessed more than anything else was the impact it had on my son.
That's it.
That was the witness. It was
That was
what
the
he
witness.
was viewing. He says, wow, this is unbelievable. That's what caught my attention. It wasn't that she did it, because Linda takes people home.
Right. Uh-oh.
She picks up strays?
Yeah, she has. It's kind of scary.
That's powerful.
She'll stop people in the 95 and taking the gas stations. Okay, we got to stop doing that now because it's a little dangerous. They're a little wacky out there. But when she did that, it wasn't that she did it. It was what it witnessed for my son. And his eyes opened up real big. And it was,
Isn't that amazing? Because you never know what you do, and you do it out of the goodness of your heart when you do, the impact it has on other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. And it's interesting because I tell people a lot, stop giving. If it, because it's always going to come back. You said it was uncomfortable.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
the key is if you get used to it.
Right.
Because when you give, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just never really thought of it that way, but
Yes.
it was so odd. Like, it was like, wasn't asking for that. That's just my natural way.
Right, it's your way.
I always do that for people. Like, I'm always doing.
Right.
And, but I'll tell you, Chris, my man is like that. And I think he is so giving. So giving. And so unappreciated by so many other people except for me. I mean, I'm the one who's constantly thanking him for doing things for me, and I think that's what brought us together.
Yes.
Because that's kind of how we.
But I think that's
meshed.
so powerful. You mentioned the witness piece.
Yeah.
It's not. He continued to do it because
Yeah.
it's the witness piece, don't you
Yeah.
think? It's the
That's
fact that watch who's watching him give and encouraging them to give.
You know what
So
I found
even when
most
you don't get
humbling
it back, yeah.
about Chris is when we sat here that night last month here at the Heart of Delray, that first Friday, the art walk, that he came in and we were like pre-hurricane, it was craziness. He brought this lamp for you.
Yep.
He was dripping in sweat.
Yep.
And he sat in the lounge.
Yep.
And he watched you.
Yep.
It was not about him. It was not about
Absolutely.
DeWetterman. It was not about Chris
Absolutely.
Farrell.
It never is.
And
Yeah.
he just sat and watched you. Anyone who even came up to talk to him, he was very gracious and kind and kept it short and sweet. But
Absolutely.
it was about you.
I know.
And I think I even told you, or I told my husband, it was so heartwarming to watch because you know what, and he is a celebrity, and whatever you want to call it, he is a personality on TV. It could have been about him, and he wasn't. It was all
That's
about
so
you that
powerful.
night, and I
Yeah.
found that so unbelievably heartwarming.
and he was also very patient. Like when people would come up and want to talk to him, and he never turned his back. He never left the room.
Till he told you it was coming.
And then I left the room.
And then he whispers to Freddy.
Freddy is coming.
It's
I said,
coming.
"I'm outta
Yeah.
here. I'm done. Thanks.
Goodbye.
See ya."
But truly, I mean, he was just so gracious, and I watched him just watch you and do his own thing, and he stayed behind. I mean, who walks in dripping sweat like that? And
Yep.
what he did for you to bring this
I
lamp
know.
for you.
I know. Yeah, he brought it for Freddie.
And I felt so bad because I was stuck in here. Now, we want to talk a little bit about the...
I want to talk about Mom online. Where is she?
She's not feeling well.
So the kids didn't go to school?
Your mom?
No, my wife.
Oh, your wife. Oh. Well, remember the last time, wasn't your mom here and she was getting her highlights done?
That was his wife.
My wife.
Oh, that was your wife. Oh, okay, gotcha.
So the kids didn't go to school today?
No, they did, but she was.
She's
in
just
bed,
not.
I don't know.
No online. All right. When she feels better, we'll bring Mom online back.
Who's that?
That was Dan. We'll bring Mom online back. What did you want to ask me?
I wanted to know who's picking up the kids.
She is.
But she
Even
doesn't
though
want to be
she's
on
sick?
air.
Yeah.
Did you know as a mom, you
It's
keep
kind
going.
of a long story.
Superwoman.
You could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell he's like, forget
You gotta
it.
keep
You know,
going.
I
You
saw
can't stop.
something.
Forget about
I
it.
saw something that read, a guy gets the day off, stays home and watches football. A woman, a housewife, gets the day off so she can
Take
catch
care.
up on cleaning the house and
Yeah.
taking care of bills
Yes.
and taking care of the kids.
What's wrong with that? No.
I went to Publix yesterday. There was
BD.
more food the day after Hurricane Irma in Publix than there was yesterday.
Yeah, because everybody's freaking out about Maria.
I don't know that, or everyone's power came back and they're now restocking their refrigerators. They told me that they can't get trucks into Florida.
Wow.
There was not even milk. I mean, there was certain milk, but not, and there was nothing organic. There was not, and people were nasty. They were yelling at them that there was nothing healthy to eat, and what were they going to do? Thank
Well, if they
goodness for
want
Fit
healthy,
Food
they
Fresh.
should grow their own food.
Well, I have to tell you, Fit Food Fresh, they came this morning at 6:08. I had all my food delivered.
Do you know that
You're
I have,
so good, Dawn.
I have more problems now
That's
with my
nice.
cable after the storm because they have to, I guess, match up grids. So my power goes out. I couldn't even watch the Dolphins yesterday. I couldn't watch anything
They
because they
actually
kept
won.
coming and going.
Too bad you missed it.
And who cares?
And those FPL workers work so
Tirelessly. Everyone who
hard.
came in
see,
from other
did you
states.
see the signs on Yamato going towards you, going west, about people lining up
Did they
thanking?
say thanking?
Thanking,
Really?
thanking the FPL
Oh,
workers
nice.
and
That's
power
beautiful.
and everything
That
else.
is so
Unbelievable.
beautiful.
But I must mention, so your sister doesn't yell at you.
Yes.
That Maria is in the Caribbean. So
Yes.
it is not that we are forgetting Maria. We don't want her on our shores, but we are certainly thinking about everyone in the Caribbean that is getting hit again. Because, I mean, seriously, this is crazy.
Well, I woke up to the bad news there's going to be a Cat 4. Now, what I'm praying is that it goes to the southern part of Puerto Rico because there are hills.
That'll break it up?
And Humacao, where my father is, all 86 years of age of him, he'll be coated and protected.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bad one, folks. I can't find anybody on the island right now to do generator work. They are actually taking light poles down, the lights.
You need to bring Dad here.
He won't come.
I will go get him.
I'll give you the phone. You can talk to him. My father says, listen, I'm 86. I should die where
That's why he should be here with you.
He won't come.
Bring Mom and Dad.
They won't come. But
they can live at my parents' house. They have a very big empty house.
But the funny thing...
Can you imagine... Wait, seriously? Can you even
Oh
imagine
my God, with
Freddy's parents living with Grandma Muffin?
Oh my
Grandma
God.
Vodka?
Vodka.
Seriously?
I was going to say, I thought it was Grandma Vodka.
Vodka,
Okay,
muffins, whatever it is.
I can't even imagine that.
They could all drink together. Carol's laughing because seriously, that
Vodka
would be a
muffins.
reality show. Freddie, you could retire on that reality show. We put a camera in Grandma Vodka's house.
Rum and vodka.
Then there's the Mickey
Oh my
room. We've
Rum and
got
vodka.
the Santoris and my family in the same house. That is a reality show. We just run the cameras. We will never have to work again.
During the wine chick, there isn't enough wine. You don't carry enough wine for me to make it through
Is that not
Trust
the
me, I
funniest
have
scenario?
enough wine.
But the funny thing is, when they start taking the lights out of the lampposts, it's because they fall and crash and burn, and they're starting to take them down. So it's a scary thought because it's going to be a lot of damage on this one.
So, Chris, if you have any information on that, please let us know. Or let Dawnie know, and she'll fill us in because
see
we're
if he
always
texts
thinking
me.
about everybody in the islands. And, oh, my gosh, the islands. Now that we're seeing the reports come out, they just got annihilated.
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately. But you know what? I heard that there's all sorts of the Navy's in there and relief is in there, and you got to rebuild. I mean, what are you going to do? This is going to be the worst year for hurricanes you've seen in 12
They
years.
said, yes, that was, Chris said that in the beginning of the year. And the unfortunate thing is, don't forget, we still have until the beginning of November.
Don't you just wish he was wrong?
I really do.
Sorry, we just really wish you were wrong
But
on
I
this one.
told Meg, my neighbor, I said, because she's still, by the way, in Atlanta. So
You're
I
kidding.
told her, no, I said, stay, because I flew home. I flew.
You're like, I'm not
Because
getting
I
back
knew
in the
you
car.
guys needed me back, and it was so important to get back to the Brooklyn Cafe.
There you go.
So
Dedication.
I said to her yesterday, I said, you may as well stay there because I am not re-evacuating. I am not doing it. I am staying.
go.
I have faith.
There you go.
And wait a
I
minute,
have
if we get hit with like a Maria 4, are you leaving or going?
I'm not leaving.
That's it.
I'm
Good
not.
girl.
I am
love
not.
it.
It's not going to happen.
You know
That's
what,
it,
I
putting it
really
out
need
there.
to talk about that. You would not evacuate because you have faith, and you're shaking your head yes. You would
I'm
not
in agreement
either.
with her.
Yes.
Why?
Faith can go to places that you can't. Your faith, I mean, that's it.
I
You just
agree.
have to, this is my belief. I believe that everything is predestined. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Right.
That's just me. I'm not saying that means we shouldn't do things and be, take precautions. That's not what
Be
I'm saying.
smart, right.
Of course we should.
Right.
But everything's predestined. Why are we running? Go back. What happened? Irma came, everyone freaked out. They got in their car, they drove right into the storm.
Right.
Stand still.
I know,
Right.
the people that went to...
Tell
To
me
the
about
west
it.
side.
Absolutely.
They went to the Sarasota.
Absolutely.
Dan Lawrence went to Sarasota.
Absolutely.
With the wrong
What
way.
did he do? Have to come back?
He went to the other. He went more north and east. So he went I guess on somewhere. I forget where.
And
Because
what
he
about
was
the-
like a moving target.
What about the people that were stuck in the cars and sitting there 10 hours?
I think the evacuating caused more of a problem than
You better
for the
talk
people
to
who
me.
need to evacuate.
Absolutely. So
Right.
the people that had all the emotions and, it was like a car wreck out there.
I love what you said. Stand still.
Stand still.
And on Standing Still, we're going to take a quick commercial break. 888-565-1470. I know you have questions to ask Angela and Dawn. Even Banana Dan. We'll be right back.
BD.
Yes.
BD.
So you didn't evacuate?
I
Where
love
do you
it.
live?
High five, pal.
For over 35 years, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services has been serving families of Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and Highland Beach through their comprehensive range of programs and services for people of all ages and beliefs. Whether you need help with food, financial assistance, senior services for yourself or a loved one, affordable counseling and mental health service, career and employment service, or the Center for Families and Children, JFS is here for you. Please call JFS at 561-852-3333 or railsjfs.org. Call 561-852-3333.
Because she panicked and she's got a bum knee. She had a dog. It was just like, it's like last year for Matthew. I only evacuated to Palm Beach Gardens because another group.
Rochelle Schwartz is a certified emotional relationship coach who's been trained and certified by the world-renowned Ford Institute and has been facilitating coaching workshops for 17 years. She specifically works with women in their 50s and beyond who are ready for radical self-care, powerful and loving relationships, including relationships with themselves and others.
That's good.
Certified
That's so
in
powerful.
healing
I'm
your
not
heart,
breathing.
future-focused, courage, blueprint, and best year of your life. An integrative leader, Rochelle has also been featured on The Oprah Winfrey Show and in numerous magazines, newspapers, and other local TV shows. You'll walk away with more happiness, freedom, and love. Rochelle is your secret agent of change. Contact her directly at coachrochelle@comcast.net or online at www.rochelleschwartz.com. Or you can call her at 954-464-7017. That's 954-464-7017.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated
Or get
by
a
test
thunderbolt.
results?
Get a
3D
thunderbolt.
Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances, offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile. Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs.
That's so cute.
561-392-8448 or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracassa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
She's so creative. I tell you, I love it. I love it.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure.
I think you and I
If you'd
blow
like
up
to
together. I
join
don't
Dawn
know.
and Freddy S.
No,
at the
I
cafe,
know.
give them a call at
See, I told you. I'm telling you.
1470 toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we are back on the Brooklyn Cafe. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You can find us at 95.3 to talk. Thank you for getting that FM antenna back and running. WNN 1470 AM. And, of course, live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We've got a wine wagon coming with Dawn. The Dawn Dazzle wine wagon. I'm telling you, who has a better gig than I do? We've got faith and wine all in one show.
So
Seriously?
are we going to take the lamp?
Wine wagon.
Inside the wagon.
We're going to take the...
It's like the Magic School Bus does wine.
We're gonna hang papers on it so that the guests will come and they'll pick it and maybe there'll be something they'll win or maybe something.
It's like Money Roll?
A different version of Money Roll.
Another game of Money Roll.
And Money Roll is changing because you're going to have to turn 10 times, then do the Money Roll.
And I think we're cutting it to 30 seconds.
Yes. And you got to spin. You know, remember when we used to put your
Sit and
forehead?
spin.
You put your forehead on the bat and you turn.
Money roll, the sit and spin. Do you remember the sit and spin?
Sit
You'd
and
sit on
spin.
that thing and you'd
Yes.
go like that and you would turn it, the wheel.
And I would always throw
And the
up
big
after
wheels.
it.
I never had a certain spin.
You didn't have a sit and spin?
My mother says I bought you. My mother says I bought you a big wheel. You didn't need a spin.
And the big wheels, the wheels always fell off and you had to keep the, I don't know, like bobby pins in the side wheels to keep them on.
I never heard
And
that.
now our kids don't go out and play. Well, my kids are grown, but do
What
your
you have,
kids go out and play?
No.
No.
Do you have little kids? You don't have little
No,
kids
I
anymore.
don't. But even my kids didn't go out to play a whole lot. I believe
Oh
it or
my
not.
gosh, I lived outside.
I did
The
too.
lights came, as soon as the lights came on, that's when we had to be back inside,
Right?
right?
The big wheel and go outside.
Yeah.
But that's the
right.
way we were.
Yeah.
You're right. Now, we were like
But this
We were-
generation, they don't do that.
No.
They're
Because
like
of
this.
technology.
Yeah,
There you
this.
go. There you
It's
go.
all
We spent-
technology.
We spent all day playing stickball.
All
And
day.
softball. I had
Yes.
teams and leagues and all
Did
that.
you have discipline? Did you listen to your mom and dad?
Of course I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I was the fear, trust me. Yes, I always listened to my parents.
We never feared my mother. She ran around with like a spoon filled of spaghetti sauce, and she would hit the closest one. But we definitely lived in
You
fear
mean
of
your
my
mother didn't
father.
have a shoe? Like a slipper?
Oh, yeah, sometimes a slipper, a brush. She would just
You go
throw
back
it
to
to
those
see who
days.
she hit.
You go.
The kids.
She would
I
just
agree.
go see. And now, I mean, you work with youth all the time.
Yeah.
How do you, and I'm going to ask you because I know you do this so much, keep them disciplined and focused?
Once again, we shouldn't be afraid to tap into that. They need to know who God is.
Right.
And I think that the fear is of them not tapping into that place. They don't fear God, honestly.
They
don't
don't fear anything.
They don't fear anything. Well, that's the thing. And if you don't fear God, you won't fear anything. So that's the thing. So it's almost like re-tapping them back into that place. And it's a challenge sometimes, but there's a place that they need to tap into. And I think that's when we're going to restore that, that authority, for them to respect that authority
Chris
back to
on
where it
the
needs to be. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
Yes.
Hey, is that Donnie?
It's Dawn. We can get you Dawny, too.
There's two Dawn and double D's here, Chris.
There's Dawn, there's Donnie, and there's Freddy.
Chris, I just have to thank you from my family's heart for everything you did for getting us through the hurricane without extra panic.
Wow.
So thank you for everything you did and keeping us as calm as possible in all of your information.
Well, you know what? It must be just doing it for 30 years that I'm sure the first year I ever did it, I probably put myself and everybody else in an unnecessary panic. But well, that's such a nice thing to say. The biggest compliment you can get is one like that. That just you just gave it to us, the way it is, and it all worked out, and you didn't give it any more than it deserved. And but it was pretty good. It was pretty bad for us. That was quite a hurricane.
Did you have to stay at Channel 12 the whole time?
Well,
long story.
Actually, for the first time, made two bad decisions. I came home and I tried to go back and I couldn't, and power was out, and I made all the bad decisions I possibly could. I should have stayed there. I always have. I always have, but for some reason I thought I knew everything, which of course you don't. And I actually wound up sleeping in the car one night because I needed my phone to wake up. The power was out at the condo. I couldn't drive back because the weather was too bad, and the only thing for me to do was just sleep in the parking garage where I was going to be safe.
Wow!
Because I could charge my phone every hour by starting the car up, and that way I knew I would get to work on time at 1:30 a.m. So,
hey, Chris, where
anyway,
is the studio located?
We are on just off Australian and 45th, and it's called Mangonia Park, but it's like West Palm Beach. If you get off 95 and you're going north, you get off at 45th Street, and you go to Australian, and then you just turn left on Australian and head north.
Yeah, I was thinking if Dawn evacuated, where were you? But you were in your car.
Well, it looked like it was going to be so bad that the best thing for Donnie to do was
Donnie.
I didn't want her around here if it was going to get too bad because it was just going to be, it looked pretty bad there for a while.
It felt pretty bad.
Listen, when I heard that she left, the hairs in the back of my neck got full of tension. I said, this can't be good. But listen, the next time you need a place to stay, you come to my house. Don't sleep in the car. Are you crazy?
Actually, we're turning the heart of Del Rey into a bunker. It is now officially Noah's Ark here.
Oh, this place is a cement bunker.
2 by 2.
Del Rey was a bunker. That's some kind of party going on there.
Just wait and see the next one. Tell us what's happening with, I know Jose, we're hoping stays out to sea. What about Maria for all our Caribbean friends?
Oh, gosh, it just couldn't be any worse news. For almost the exact same little set of islands that got hit by Irma is going to get hit by Maria. And it's unfortunate, it's tragic, it's, the adjectives just don't stop for how unlucky you can be. But, the island of Barbuda, for the first time in 300 years, we had the news story on CBS 12 this morning, for the first time in 300 years, the island of Barbuda is uninhabited.
Wow.
They took such a devastating direct hit with those 175, 80-mile-an-hour winds that every building on the island suffered some sort of destruction or devastation to the point where it's uninhabitable. They have no power, they have no water, they have no electricity, they have nothing. So all the residents of the island, all of them, have left the island. They've all been evacuated. They're now refugees on assorted islands that aren't too far away. But the entire island, for the first time in 300 years, is uninhabited because you can't live there. There's no water, no power, nothing.
And then you think they've all evacuated to other islands that are now going to be hit.
Exactly. And as Hurricane Maria becomes a Category 4 later today and tomorrow and passes just to the south, Barbuda will get some winds again. Anguilla, the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, both which got skirted and scraped by Hurricane Irma, are going to get passed over by Hurricane Maria as a Category 4 starting tomorrow. And then Puerto Rico, which just barely got grazed by Irma, will take a direct hit possibly by Hurricane Maria as a Category 4 on Wednesday night and Thursday.
What do you think about South Florida?
Well, for us, it's, all the models are generally in pretty good agreement, unlike with Irma. They're all generally moving it east of the Caribbean and east of the Bahamas on Thursday, Friday, and even further east on Saturday, Sunday. So we'll just follow it. Right now, it looks like it'll take a path out into the Atlantic and stay away from everybody. By the way, Jose is going to come so close to Islip, Long Island, and Montauk, and New Jersey, and Atlantic City that they actually have tropical storm watches up.
I saw that
New
this
Jersey,
morning.
New York for the coastal areas where they can get 40, 60-mile-an-hour winds and 3 to 5 inches of rain. So Jose stays offshore, but they get a lot of wind and rain up the East Coast there. So suddenly we don't look too bad.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you, in Puerto Rico, is Maria going north of the island or south of the island?
It's going to be in the Caribbean, just in the north, and it's going to be going west-northwest and probably going to pass over the island from southwest to northwest. So that'll take it almost, the last track I saw was generally right across the island. So if it's a couple of miles one way or the other, it's a Category 4. It almost doesn't really matter too much. We know that because as Irma went on southwest Florida there as a Category 3, I can't remember, a 4, we were 110 miles away from Irma, and we still had the effects we had. So it's not going to be good. That's about all you can say for Puerto Rico and those islands there. They're getting ready, as much as you can. So
stay prepared. Thank you, Chris, so much. Wow. Chris Farrow, we have our own personal weatherman. Wow. CBS 12. I appreciate it so much. Thanks, honey. And the light, we now know how to turn it on.
What a crew. Freddie and Dawn and Donnie and his Banana Dan there.
Banana Dan is here.
I am here.
Thanks, Chris. Come stop by and see us soon.
Okay, Dan.
And we want to come visit you, too. I'm going to be the Wetter Bunny.
Okay.
We'll see you soon. Thanks, Chris.
What, my Donnie wants to be the European model. Every time we say European model.
And I think she should. I think we should do a segment with her as the European model.
She wants to be the European model, or the American model. She'll take either one.
You got it. Thanks, Chris.
Bye, hon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Bye, Freddie.
Take care.
It must be amazing to be with somebody because he has such a good sense of humor, and then you're going through all these times and tribulations. But it must be. I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
She's going to be the European model, and you want to be the American model? Why not? The GFS.
And you and I just be the rest of the spaghetti.
You guys will be like that's our Halloween costume this year.
We have our
spaghetti models.
Trust me.
There you go. We're talking Halloween. We can be the hurricane spaghetti models in South Florida.
I'm gonna walk around with a fan and be a hurricane.
And you remember what I said about the Jewish one? We had Hurricane Irma. She was all over the place. She just could not get focused. And there she was. So I must take that back. Hurricane Irma.
It's Jewish name?
It is.
It is?
It's like a nursing home name, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nursing home
Oh, yeah,
name.
that is
Irma.
a Jewish name. Yeah, Irma's Jewish.
Like Gertrude,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
I knew there was something about that. I remember.
So you knew exactly. Oh my gosh, ladies. Again, we were talking about children and getting them focused. And you have so many comments going on here. Faith, places you can't go.
Yeah.
Generation Judah.
Yes. But you know what? I think that the challenge is, I'm going to go ahead and say it, I'm like, it's the parents. They have to first get in tune with their own spiritual life. How can a child, how can these children, fear a God that's not even present? Because now it's about activating the word in your home. And a lot of times, even with me, I tell people I discipline my kids by the word of God. I do.
So if your kids do something inappropriate or say something they shouldn't do you take an iPad away? Do you ground them? What do you do?
Absolutely, I ground them, but I have to always remind them of the word of God. I don't yell and scream and curse them out. We have to stop that, because whatever you put in, you're going to get back. Remember we talked about that sowing of the seed. True. I don't think we ever look at it that way. So you put in that, you're going to get back. So we got to be careful and use wisdom when we raise our kids. And I think wisdom is a place that parents don't really want to get back to. It's wisdom. My mom raised me with a wisdom thumb. So even if I did something out of order, does that give her the right to speak to me out of order? Does that give her the right?
Well, does it as a parent? Does she have?
She has a right, but is that the right thing to do?
That's a good question.
And I think that's something that we need to look at.
It's a good question, because not always being physical towards your kid that's random is going to make a difference.
Absolutely.
It could be worse.
Where'd the hour go? We need 2 hours.
Yeah.
We need 2 hours.
What?
No,
it's not over.
Ladies, thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Thank you, Dawn Cliff, the wine chick, Old Vine, and Anna Dan in Connecticut.
Yes.
You always have a home with us. Our family grows at 1440 North Federal, at the heart of Delray. Come on down, enjoy this beautiful gallery. It is actually open 7 days a week. Crazy, I know. Be part of our studio audience. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddy S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful